What's going on, everyone? Dare here, and welcome back to another day of Marvel Snap. It is that time of the month. Actually, it's not. It's a little late. I went out of town for Thanksgiving, and it honestly it pushed everything back for me, which is unfortunate. But you know what? It's fine. I had a great time, spent a lot of time with family. So we're moving on, and we're talking about all the important dates and things that are coming in the month of December in Marvel Snap. So let's not waste any time. Let's get in there and look at what's coming. So, of course, the theme of the month is, in fact, the Marvel Rivals collaboration, and the season pass will officially drop and start today on December 3rd. I am, like I said, a little late to this. I try and do this the week before, but Thanksgiving things be happening. The next important thing on the list is, of course, the release of Marvel Rivals itself. That'll be happening on December 6th. I'm super excited. I played a ton of Overwatch in its heyday, so I cannot wait to dive in. I did not get access to any of the closed betas or anything that happened prior to this, so I'm going in completely blind. I will be releasing a video on Marvel Rivals. I'm not sure in what capacity that's going to take, whether it's a first impressions or it's just going to be some gameplay of you guys watch me absolutely suck at the game. Either way, I am super excited to dive into it. Let me know down in the comments if you are going to be playing Rivals. Maybe it's not your thing. Let me know too as well. If you like card games and you don't really care the fact that Marvel is on the cards. It's about the card game aspect of Snap, which is great as well. The next thing on our list is we do have the infamous series drop and patch happening on December 10th. We will see how that goes. That is a week away. That is next Tuesday. We'll be getting that patch, and then on December 12th we'll be getting an OTA. I believe that is going to be our last OTA this year. So hopefully, whatever that changes, we have a fun and stable meta to ride us through till January. Fingers crossed. And then on December 28th, we actually do have High Voltage coming back. So that is freaking exciting. I am really excited for High Voltage to come back. I do like it a whole lot more than Deadpool's Diner, though we did get some, I guess, snippet of comments of some of the developers saying recently that they did not like High Voltage, which is kind of interesting because I think the community absolutely really enjoys just how much fun High Voltage is. We will be getting Lasher as a card in High Voltage. And overall, you know what? I'm just excited. I'm excited for High Voltage to come back. That'll be a fantastic thing to do through the New Year's. I think that'll be a nice, relaxing game mode to be playing the last week of the year in Marvel Snap. So I'm really excited that we have High Voltage coming back. But that is the important dates for right now. Let's go look at the Spotlight caches. So I'm not real, I guess, keen on the Spotlight caches this month. I have been kind of vocal about that, especially considering only 2 of the additional cards this month are series 5, and that is in High Evolutionary and Blob. I think High Evolutionary is an important card for new players to have, which is why I know he's a big bad. I just wish he would drop. I don't think he's ever going to drop, but it's just kind of unfortunate. I do think he's a series 5 card that all new players should chase down. I personally myself do not have him, which is really unfortunate because I'm kind of at the point now where High Evo isn't he wouldn't be very good for me, but he's never going to drop down from series 5, so I do need to pick him up. I know there are some affliction decks with him, and then maybe Bruce Banner is going to bring some life back into him, but overall he is a series 5. Then the other one's Blob. Blob is I mean Blob is kind of outdated at this point. I feel like he's got the nerf bat a couple of times, and so I don't think he's really worth chasing as a series 5 either. There's just so many better, bigger cards out there that kind of fit into the Blob slot, and I think he's just kind of played an Airsham at this point, and even there he's not as dominant as he once was, so it's kind of unfortunate for Blob. But either all, it is a lot of series 4 cards this month. Who knows how many of these are dropping down in their quote-unquote big next series drop. So I mean, that's my big dread, is that I'd use keys on these cards and they'd be series 3 and whenever they plan on doing that in a month or 2. So I'm kind of leaning towards maybe just using tokens for the new cards that I want this month, but who knows? I am I am a fickle being, and I always change my mind in the moment anyway. The other thing I want to bring up is that potentially I did read that Hitmonkey on the week of Doom 2099 has been replaced with Dakin, which I need to verify that. I do need to verify that that is true, because if that is the case, I'm definitely not using keys on that week anymore. I already have Dawkin. I really wanted Hitmonkey, so probably just going to get Doom 2099 with tokens if I do decide to get him. I think he was one of the cards that, probably the only card this month that I did want. So potentially it's going to be a very slow month for me, because I mean, yeah, I potentially could go the entire month without getting any new cards. So outside of Lasher. So I don't know. It's all kind of up in the air right now, but let's run through it. Let's run through the weeks. I'm not going to go into detail on any of the cards, any of their specifics, because I already made a video on that. If you do want to watch that video, I'll put a link above and down below of my thoughts on Spotlight Caches and how I initially was planning on spending my resources. But let's run through it real quick. On December 3rd, we have Luna Snow, Lady Deathstrike, and X23. On December 10th, we have Penny Parker, Gladiator, and Sasquatch. On December 17th, we have Doom 2099, Dawkin or Hitmonkey. I'm pretty sure it's Dawkin, and Meek. On December 24th, we have Bruce Banner, Ravona, and High Evo. I think Ravona a lot of people may be really wanting Ravona, especially with kind of how Gore is turning out. If Gore doesn't get nerfed, then Ravona might be one worth chasing after. And then Rocket and Groot, Celine, and Blob on December 31st. It's actually, you know, kind of a long month in all honesty, considering I think the next season the season's going to start on January 7th. So that is kind of, you know, a long season for us. So that is the Spotlight Caches. Let's move on. Now we're going to be talking about noteworthy bundles. Honestly, I'd usually go a little bit more in depth with this, but there's only two that I'm talking about this month, because I have a feeling a lot of people aren't in the mood to be spending money on bundles. just with how the general vibe towards Second Dinner is going right now, and on top of it, it's Christmas time. People have money to spend elsewhere. So unfortunately, I'm going to talk about two bundles. The first one is the one who knocks. It is a Shadow King bundle for gold. I would not chase this unless you really, really, really need credits. Unless you are early Series 3, I could say go for it if you are gold flush for some reason. The credits could get you a little boost and possibly a couple Series 3 cards, but I would not use your gold on this bundle. The next one is the Brett Bean Artist Spotlight, and I absolutely am going to be getting this one because it is the nice 3,000 tokens for 3,500 gold. The variants don't really matter in these. You're mainly chasing the tokens, and you know what? I want the 3,000 tokens. I'm halfway towards another Series 5 card. So those are the only bundles I really kind of want to point out this month, and let's move on. And that is the month of December. I mean, there are a few things I'm really excited about. I'm stoked that High Voltage is coming back. I think we're all in agreement that High Voltage is a really good time. It's just casual, it's fun. I'm looking forward to the fact that that is around, you know, the Christmas, New Year's time, when, you know, we're supposed to be spending a lot of time with family and friends, and we're not doing something like grinding out a league. They didn't announce a league. That's interesting. but I am excited that High Voltage is going to be is going to be coming back. I'm on the fence about Doom 2099, kind of in the same way that I was with Gore. I think that's a good sign, because I was on the fence about Gore and he turned out to be pretty good. We're going to go with pretty good, and I'm kind of hoping that Doom 2099 is kind of in that same vein. But we'll see. We'll see how he turns out. I did think it was kind of funny on his little spotlight section of the video. He actually lost his match. Whatever. I'm also excited about Marvel Rivals. I'm super stoked to hop into Marvel Rivals, though that's not really Snap related. I mean, there's a collaboration for a reason. But overall, I think I also was kind of hoping for something from Second Dinner about the current negative sentiment. But I kind of realized that whatever they say is not going to be received well, especially at this point in time. They're probably, you know, slowing down here towards the end of the year for the holiday season, and the best they could do is, we hear you, we're working on it. And I think at that point, people will just burn the building down even more. So I'm not really holding my breath and expecting anything from them through the end of the year. I'm also putting myself in a position to be delightfully surprised. So maybe they'll come through and they'll have something for us sometime soon, but I'm not expecting it. But overall, I hope everyone had a fantastic Thanksgiving holiday for the people in the States. I hope everyone has a happy holiday season here in December. I hope everyone has a great month and a great rest of the year. Me personally had a lot of, I guess I had a difficult year from a personal level in 2024. It was not the year of Dare. So being able to make these videos was a good distraction, and I really want to say thank you to everyone for all your likes, your comments, your subs. It meant a lot to me. It did, because I did have a tough year from a personal standpoint. It was nice. This was a fantastic distraction to kind of keep me moving forward. So I do really appreciate everyone out there, everyone in the comments, everyone that just watches. I really do appreciate it. Thanks again. I hope you guys all have a fantastic day. I'll see you in the next one. Check you later.